Hey gamers! If you've been following this channel, you already know the must-play Metroidvania games that absolutely deserve a spot to your library. In today's video, we're diving into the best 2.5D Metroidvania games that you should play in this 2024. Some of you maybe disagree with the ranking, but that's okay. All I know, these game is a good game. But before we go into the list, let's hear quick words from our sponsor. If you want to buy games with great discount, then our sponsor is what you need. And that's at Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming, it's my favorite website to buy games. Besides, you will get amazing discounts. You can also get giveaways here. I mean, look at this games. Do you believe you will get this amazing discount from another place? In Instant Gaming, you can buy for various platforms from PC, PS5, Xbox, and also Nintendo Switch. So what are you waiting for? Go check out your favorite games with the link in the description below and start save your money to buy games with Instant Gaming. By clicking my link, you'll not only save your money but also support this channel. Alright then, let's get back into the list. Mars 2120 feels like a game made by a developer deeply nostalgic for the Metroid era. In the game, you play as Anna Charlotte, a space soldier sent to a human colony on Mars after receiving a distress call. Anna fights off various threats using both melee attacks and ranged weapons. Oddly enough, her weapons often feel less effective than her physical attacks. As a Metroidvania, the progression in Mars 2120 is pretty enjoyable. You'll unlock new skills like double jumps, wall jumps, and elemental abilities to access new areas. This 2.5D game is still a lot of fun for those of you who like graphics that are definitely not pixel art. For fans of Metroidvania games, this one is still worth a try, just don't expect too much. Yars Rising is a Metroidvania game inspired by the classic Yars Revenge on Atari, but remixed into an anime hacker girl's adventure. I couldn't stop laughing when I found out this game is based on Yars Revenge. Imagine an old-school Atari game from the 80s, with a single-screen setup, now rebooted into a 2D adventure starring an anime hacker girl. The twist here is the hacking element, which gives off an old-school Atari vibe. It's a cool idea, but that's pretty much it. Luckily, the boss fights do help lift the mood. However, there are also some bosses that you can defeat with just 2 or 3 hits. If you're a hardcore Metroidvania fan, this could be a fun little distraction. But if you're looking for something truly memorable, maybe try another game.
Precision and patience yield the finest result.
If you say so.
Feka.
Venture to the Vial takes you to the strange world of Rainy Brook Village, full of mystery and a creepy vibe. The game offers an intriguing Metroidvania experience, with a world full of puzzles, mysteries, and bizarre creatures that increase the intensity of the gameplay. I don't want to spoil too much, but basically, you'll encounter a lot of weird things, like your friend Ella, who wears a goat mask and suddenly disappears. You'll need to find her, and you'll also take on missions given by this strange Dr. Crow, who seems to be experimenting with rats. In short, Venture to the Vial is a worthwhile experience, but it's pretty average. Something you might enjoy if you're looking for a simpler Metroidvania with creepy vibe. This is worth it to try out.
To be controlled.
The Last Case of Benedict Fox has a really interesting story. This game is all about Benedict investigating his father's death, but he's not alone. He's accompanied by a demonic creature that lets him teleport into Limbo, a strange world full of his father's memories and traumas. Combat and platforming can get frustrating because the controls don't always feel responsive. Sometimes, even simple actions like counterattacking don't register properly. But the puzzles? They're rock solid. They feel a lot like classic point-and-click games, so you really need to think things through. From chess puzzles to math codes and hunting for clues in your journal, it's all pretty mind-bending. But it's rewarding when you figure things out. Kong's Survivor Instinct offers a truly unique survival experience in the MonsterVerse, especially after the events of Godzilla vs. Kong. You play as David, an oil rig worker struggling to survive in a city devastated by the Titan battles. Your mission is to stay alive, scavenge for supplies, and rescue your daughter, Stacy, amidst the chaos. The game got me hooked with its resource management system. It's not just about shooting or dodging Titans. You have to be smart about scavenging and making tough decisions. Ammo is scarce, so you really need to think things through before picking a fight. Will you sneak through enemy camps, or take the risk to loot their supplies? I absolutely love how every choice feels meaningful. Shadow Complex Remastered is a remake of the cult classic from the Xbox 360 era, now revamped and looking better than ever on PC. If you're a true fan of Metroidvania games, you should already know about this one. In the remastered version, the visuals are stunning in HD, there's an awesome new melee feature, and even extra challenges with the Master Challenges mode. Shooting enemies with a mouse or right analog stick feels just like playing classic games like Contra or Metal Slug. Sure, the story might not be groundbreaking, but the gameplay? Absolutely worth it. Whether you're a Metroidvania fan or just looking to relive some Xbox nostalgia, this is the best version of the game yet. Forged in Shadow Torch is an action platformer where you play as a cool rabbit that's not just cute, but also a skilled fighter, taking on evil robots. You'll wield a weapon called F.I.S.T. and use punches, whips, and drills in a super fun Metroidvania-style gameplay that lasts around 7 hours. Your gauntlet has a variety of attack modes. A big punch to knock enemies back, a drill that can turn into a spinning sword, and even a whip attack. The game's bosses are as stylish as they are tough. Each has unique mechanics that push you to adapt and use your weapons and abilities strategically. Forged in Shadow Torch is definitely worth trying. Even though the start is a bit slow, the gameplay gets really exciting once you figure out how to play.
看来这个坟墓不只有我们几个呀。
Vigil the Longest Night is a 2.5D action RPG that has a similar vibe to Salt and Sanctuary and Castlevania. In combat, you can choose from 4 types of weapons like sword, bow, halberd, and knife. Each weapon has its own unique strengths. You can switch weapons at any time during battle, allowing you to experiment with combos. The armor is also interesting. Besides offering defense, it can change the appearance of your character. There's also forging and enchanting to upgrade your weapons and armor. But be careful with your stamina. If it runs out, your character will become exhausted and unable to move for a moment. So you need to manage your stamina wisely when fighting enemies. The Devil Within Satgat finally released on November 21st, 2024. I can honestly say this game is super fun and challenging. Set in the Joseon era, you'll play as Kim Rip, a warrior cursed by a demon. Your mission is to uncover the truth behind this tower while fighting against the corruption that's spreading. The gameplay is brutal. It's not just about button mashing. You really have to think because there's a stamina system that forces you to manage your energy wisely to survive. Timing your parries can be frustrating at first, but once you get the hang of it, the payoff is super satisfying. Plus, you can tap into the demonic power in Kim Rip's blood. But be careful. If you use it too much, you'll become more vulnerable to attacks. GRIME is a Souls-like game with a Metroidvania concept, featuring a vast and highly detailed world. Its visual style is like hard stone, and you'll need a lot of patience to uncover its secrets. But even though it's tough, there's something more interesting about GRIME. It doesn't make you feel punished. In this game, you can collect mass similar to souls in other games by killing enemies and finding secrets. The difference is, you won't lose your mass when you die. So, after dying, you can still level up and improve your HP, stamina, or damage stats like strength, dexterity, and resonance. Although the effects aren't huge, you'll still feel stronger and ready to try again. Frontier Hunter Erza's Wheel of Fortune is a Metroidvania game that I didn't expect to be this fun. Developed by Isatruna, the game has a lot of exciting features, from the engaging gameplay and deep character customization to the addictive exploration. Every upgrade you get makes the journey even more thrilling, and there are plenty of areas that were previously unreachable, but can now be explored once you unlock new upgrades. The map is also pretty clear, so you won't get lost trying to find your way around. The gameplay will keep you hooked for hours. The deep character customization, exciting combat, and satisfying exploration make this game a hidden gem that's definitely worth trying, especially for fans of action and Metroidvania games. Metroid Dread is a 2.5D action-adventure game released for the Nintendo Switch. It is the latest entry in the legendary Metroid series, which first debuted in 1986. In this game, you play as Samus Aran, a bounty hunter exploring a mysterious, dangerous planet. Metroid Dread quickly became one of the best Metroidvania games of all time. It's a game that respects the player, offers a challenge, and has amazing graphics. For those who have been playing 2D Metroid games for a long time, Metroid Dread brings a familiar feeling, but with smoother and more modern graphics and gameplay. However, for newcomers, it might be a bit hard to stay hooked, especially after playing indie games with more depth and living, breathing worlds. Ori and the Blind Forest is a Metroidvania platformer that offers a dark yet colorful world. This game is one of the most beautiful, highly detailed, and smoothly animated games out there. Compared to other platformers, this game feels smoother and more responsive. The save system is also quite convenient, with fixed save points and the ability to create your own save points called soul links whenever you have enough energy. Moreover, the music matches the storyline perfectly. When Ori needs to escape from danger, the music speeds up, heightening the tension and making the experience more immersive. This makes the game feel more alive, making you feel like you're not just playing but also watching Ori's journey. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is a side-scrolling game known for its gorgeous 2.5D visuals with RPG elements that let players customize their characters' abilities. The game offers deep exploration with plenty of obstacles, enemies, and epic boss fights. Players must navigate a castle called Hellhold, discover new powers, and defeat enemies to unlock new areas. What sets Bloodstained apart is that it was developed by Koji Igarashi, the legendary creator behind Castlevania Symphony of the Night. One of the game's biggest highlights is its boss battles. From a two-headed dragon to a speedy vampire, each boss brings a unique challenge. While some are easy to defeat, others require strategy and rearranging Aurora's companions to match the fighting style needed. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is honestly like a hidden gem for the Metroidvania genre, especially now that it's available on Steam Deck. This game has plenty of fun platforming elements, with a large world to explore, exciting puzzle challenges, and boss fights that leave you feeling tired but satisfied once you beat them. Not only does the game run smoothly, but it also got tons of cool updates, like a speedrun mode, permadeath, boss rush, and even story DLC. Plus, for those who love playing on their Steam Deck, this game seems like it's going to be awesome on that portable device. So, if you're a fan of Metroidvania games, The Lost Crown is definitely one to try. And for bonus, we have the upcoming game that is the Spirit of the Samurai, is a 2.5D Metroidvania game set in feudal Japan, mixing Souls-like and Metroidvania elements with a unique stop-motion visual style. You play as Takashi, a cool samurai fighting undead in a foggy village. The combat is really smooth, fast, and satisfying. It feels like you're slicing enemies like a sushi chef cutting sashimi. Unfortunately, I only got to try the demo, but in the full game, you'll be able to play as 3 different characters. It's definitely not an easy game though. You're going to die a lot. But if you know what Metroidvania Souls-like games are like, you'll know what to expect. If the full game is anything like the demo, this is definitely going to be a must-play. And that's it for today. What do you think about this list? If you have any recommendations 2.5D Metroidvania games that you think deserve a spot on this list, feel free to share us in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel so you won't miss out on other awesome game lists. And as always, thank you for watching and see you in the next video.